Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about self-confidence. I think I'm going to be quoting Ed Milet here, but he said self-confidence is built through keeping promises to yourself, which that is a perfect description of how do you acquire self-confidence. Because if we think to ourselves, or at least I think to myself, am I more willing to show up for somebody or some other commitment other than myself? And the answer is yes. Somebody asked me to dinner, I'm there. Somebody asked me to go write this paper, I'm there. Somebody asked me to cover for a day off at work, I'm there. But why don't I keep my promises to myself, right? I want to exercise more. I want to eat more healthy. I want to spend more time with my loved ones. I want to do X, Y, Z. All these things in my mind that make me feel good in the moment because I'm going to be successful, because I'm going to finally accomplish the promise that I made to myself. Ultimately, what happens, it's a lie after a lie after a lie after another lie. And after I heard Ed talk about that, it was so well put. I started to try to back into the reasons and the root causes to why it is so easy to lie to yourself. It's because nobody else knows about it. You're not accountable to anybody. Nobody knows that you've lied to yourself 7 times this week. But it gets worse than that. The lies that you continuously tell yourself, one may think it's just lies on the surface. What that's doing is you are losing trust in yourself every single time you lie to yourself, which goes back to, like, how do you build self-confidence? You build self-confidence through keeping the promises that you make to yourself. It's as easy as that, but as hard as that as well, right? So yeah, when I was reflecting on myself, I've had a lot of goals that I keep in my mind, and I'm in the moment I feel great because I feel like this is going to be the one that I actually keep, and I do it, and then I may do it for 3 days, and then I don't ever do it again. And then I heard the comment from Ed Milet, and I said, it was it was so well said that you start to reflect immediately, like, wow, like, why don't I believe in myself? I can say right now that I'm going to go do this thing. It doesn't matter how confident I say it. I know subconsciously there's about a 40% chance I'm going to fulfill that thing. And that is a direct reflection of my self confidence. Me believing me having the ability to trust what I say to myself. There's no question that I trust that I'll fulfill obligations outside of myself, work, family, spouse, whatever it is. But if I'm the only one that knows about the commitment, much easier. I will fail myself so much faster than I'll fail anybody else. And I need to fix that. And I'm encouraging all of us listening to this video, you should fix that too. Because not only will that help you and your self-confidence, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. It doesn't matter what that thing is, because that also benefits the people around you from an inspirational perspective. They may not tap you on the shoulder and say you're inspiring me, but through your actions, you're going to inspire others to look in the mirror and to really, like, build their own self-confidence. Because I believe this is a real thing and a real big thing across the masses. Think about every person that is overweight. What do you think they're telling themselves all the time? I'll do it Monday. I won't do it. I'll do it Monday. I'll do it Tuesday. How about all the people that smoke cigarettes? I haven't found a cigarette smoker that hasn't tried to quit or wouldn't like to quit. And the list goes on and on. The people that cuss too much and they wish they didn't use that profanity. The people that, wish they spent more time with their kids. All of these different things we've told ourselves multiple times that we want to correct in our minds. We haven't told anybody other than ourselves we were going to accomplish this thing. And that's problem number 1. So my first suggestion, fully acknowledging I'm not where I need to be, so hopefully we can do this together, but I'm looking for accountability partners. So I'm looking, as I set off on this, I'm going to do X. I'm going to let somebody other than myself know what my intent is. So my hope is that I will feel like I will let them down if I don't achieve the result that I just gave to them. Because I think, me personally, the root cause I've backed into is I keep it inside my head. Nobody else knows about it. Nobody else knows I failed 7 times this week. That's fine. I'm going to start communicating outward and letting close people know that I'm chasing this goal or this task, and I don't like to fail people. So I hope that if I'm continuously like putting my goals out beyond myself in my head, that I can accomplish the goal at hand. And strategy number 2, and Ed may have said this as well, I don't want to misquote, but like start small, right? So if you want to, example, if you want to start working out, you don't have to go work out for 17 hours tomorrow or 45 minutes tomorrow. You don't have to run the 5 miles tomorrow. Run a quarter mile. Go on the bike for 6 minutes. Do 9 jumping jacks, 4 push-ups, 1 sit-up. Do something. And then tomorrow, do it again and again and again. Even if it's 1 push-up for every single day of the week. Oh, you're like, oh, that's not going to do anything for my physique. That's true. But what it is going to do, it's going to start to build your self-confidence because you're showing up and you're doing the task that you said to yourself you would do. And going back to the problem is you have been historically lying to yourself. So you're making significant progress just by showing up and doing 1 push-up per day. So then you start to build the confidence. If I tell myself I'm going to go work out, I'm going to go work out. You can figure out the physique and the meal plans and diet plans. You can figure out all that later. The first thing you need to prove to yourself is what you said you were going to do, you actually show up and go do it. So that is 1 push-up or 100 push-ups. The point remains the same. You showed up and you fulfilled on the thing you said you were going to. Subconsciously, you start to build that confidence. So now you can take on bigger tasks. Yeah, I was blown away when Ed might put it that way. It was just a direct reflection in the mirror, like, this is you 100%. What are we going to go do about it? So there's 2 strategies that I've been employing so far. 1, tell people outside of my own brain so I feel more accountable and more of a failure if I don't fulfill. And number 2, if I say I'm going to go work out, I've been trying to just show up and do 1 push-up, 2 push-ups, 10 push-ups, because it's not about the workout when I'm there. It's about going there, so much so that my brain gets auto-tuned that I'm going to go there regardless of the value that I give myself when I'm there. Once I figure out and have it auto-programmed that I'll be there regardless, then I can start to develop the master plan, etc. My first goal is to make sure I can continuously show up. And I encourage each of you to do that as well. And that could be money management, that could be physical workout, that could be spending more time with your kids, that could be taking more walks with your wife or your husband. That could be anything. Anything. Smoking, drinking, whatever it is. If you want to give it up, start small and start today. Because the more lies you tell yourself, the worse off you're going to be from a self-confidence perspective. Right? Just think about it. Think about a friend or a relationship that you had historically. If they told you 5 different lies, I'll be there at 5 o'clock. I'll be there Saturday to watch your kids. I'll meet you at the park for breakfast on Tuesday. And they failed and they never showed up multiple times and multiple times. When they tell you to meet at the park for breakfast again, you're going to have almost 0% chance that they show up, right? That is the same thing that you're doing to yourself every time you tell yourself you'll do something and you don't do it. But internally, it's the same impact. You've lied to yourself so much that you can no longer believe yourself. So now, begin to believe yourself slowly. Don't overwhelm yourself with the tasks. I'm going to go to the gym. I don't care what I do at the gym. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to slowly wean off sugar. That could be eating 10 less grams of sugar per day. I'm going to stop smoking. Okay, that could be 1 less cigarette per day and then incrementally get better from there. Get started. Stop lying to yourself because every lie is killing your self-confidence. And without self-confidence, you are dead inside. You are depressed inside. But ask yourself or tell yourself, I'm going to go do X on Monday. See how your body feels. Your body will tell you, I don't believe you. I guarantee it. So I just plead with you as I plead with myself. Let's start to keep the promises we make and start to deliver on the promises we make. Peace.